Hello YouTube, Reddit Math here, and welcome back to the Red Estate. Today I am a man of two minds. Part of me wants to just run a quick little short mission and try to rotate our stagecoach in the hopes of finding the antiquarian, but I know in my heart of hearts that it may take quite a while before she shows up. So I think instead we're going to be looking at another boss fight here. I've taken a little bit of time, I've spent a little bit of my deeds, in fact, to upgrade these guys to level 3 weapons. So I imagine they're basically going to crush it. It's a level 1 boss, we're taking level 3 weapons into the fight. I think it's going to go pretty well. This team should be totally fine, well balanced. We've got plenty of cash for our provisions. So, yeah, spirits are pretty high at the moment. We're going to go ahead and just pop straight in. No, we're not. We're going to back up just a second. And one final thing I almost forgot. I wanted to welcome Wild Jester and Ryan, our newest abomination and houndmaster. We're probably going to wait until these guys have a 4th so that we can run like a level 0 crew and kind of level them up all at the same time. Or I don't know, maybe at the very least we'll wait for Eric to de-stress, and then maybe he'll be their healer. We shall see. We shall see. I don't want to run into a situation, if I do recruit the antiquarian, where I don't have anybody to take her out on a run. So, yeah. With that out of the way, let us now click 24 times, because there is still not a quality of life change that has made that any easier. 3 shovels, and we go 10 torches, 2 of each, 2 of each, 2 of each, 4 of those. That's a pretty standard boss configuration, I think. The Swine Prince, I don't remember bleeding or blighting us. I basically remember marking and smiting us, but that should be okay. So I don't think we need really a lot of anti-venom or a lot of bandages, really even maybe the 4 holy water, but we're going to take them anyway. I like the ceremony of dousing ourselves right before the fight anyway. So with that, let's go ahead and get started.
The ways and rituals of blood sacrifice are difficult to master. Those from beyond require a physical vessel if they are to make the crossing into our reality. The timing of the chants is imperative. Without the proper utterances at precise intervals, the process can fail spectacularly.
And that is quite a spectacular visage behind us there. Man, look at that mouth and the tusks. Ugh. Okay.
A nameless abomination. A testament to my failures. It must be destroyed.
So we're looking at 1, 2, well, no, back. 1, 2, 3, 4. That is the largest journey we can take here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's go down first. That way if we get a scout, we can go one way or the other. Dinner cart. Let's try you. And one of those. Some of it was edible.
Some reward for a task well performed.
I wonder if the dinner carts make the warrens any easier to go into without a dedicated healer, just because of the excess of food. Maybe the same is true of the Weald, with the possibility of carcasses there. I think I'd rather do a hallway battle than a room fight. They generally seem to be easier. At least that's the story I've concocted in my own brain space. Also, bear with me one moment while I consult with my handy dandy cheat sheet. And let me get back here. Okay. Cult scrawlings are 2/3 chance. Okay. 25% chance stress, 50% chance nothing, 25% chance of a quirk, which is either 2/3 positive, 1/3 negative. Anybody need a positive quirk? Raging Potato, you're pretty good on the quirk territory, so we'll let you become calm. Is that slower speed? Slower damage on first round. Okay. Not really slower damage, but lower damage on the first round. Not really, I don't know if this hallway battle is any easier than what I would have found at a room, but it's what we've got. Decent damage there. Should be able to crush that guy. Oh, one other thing I did do before setting out on this journey was actually
A death by inches.
unequip all trinkets, and then I went through and kind of deliberately equipped them to everyone. Nice. And pretty happy with what I've got going on now. Why not? I think we had... I also sold a few of the, like, kind of worthless plus disease resist, plus debuff resist type trinkets that I had that reduced speed or dodge, and I was like, I don't want that. I got rid of some of those.
Is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Okay, and we do have a scout through here, so there should be nothing more. We'll pop one torch before entering the room, hope for another scout. Lets us decide if we want to go left or right. Okay, room battle and then curio, or just straight room battle with treasure. Let's go for that. Also, trade you guys around. And, yeah, like, we basically had enough trinkets for everyone. I think maybe some of our new guys might have gotten shafted. I did arrange by level when I started, so the highest level characters kind of got the first crack at things. Yeah. Easy. I mean, not actually easy, but you get the idea. Thinking, she did 5 to 9. She could have gotten a kill on that guy. That actually will kill him, but not quite as fast as I would maybe like him to die. And I think Meredith is going to be waging a battle against the vomitous swine wretch at the back there. Good dodge, though. So I'll kind of mention them as they come up. You'll see Dismas, I thought very appropriately, is carrying Dismas's head for the added damage and also reduced HP. He's become a little bit more brittle, and coupled with that, the Book of Rage. So when he is at less than a third of his HP, he's going to get a big damage and crit boost. So if he ever finds himself in a situation where we really need him to pull it through in the clutch, I kind of feel like he will pull it through in the clutch. Raging Potato, likewise, set up to totally tank with the Ancestor's Bottle for max HP and a Protection Stone to make that max HP go a little bit further. So you're seeing him with 48 HP as that stacks up against characters with 33, 31, 25. He is certainly very, very strong. And I'm thinking that that'll synergize really well with his ability to mark himself and set up for posts.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Good. Disease resist, too. Alright. Other guy's gonna bleed out on his own. We'll do
Great is the
there.
weapon that cuts on its own.
And then I like the Duelist Advance here. It ensures they get the kill. Also, in the recent patch changes, Duelist Advance now comes with a riposte, so he gets up to the front of the party and will counterattack anything that hits him. With all that going on,
The slow death, unforeseen, unforgiving.
that's not too bad.
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
Other disease resist trinket, not so great. The move resistant move skill on an arbalist is not too bad. I don't have an arbalist right now. Sorry, Mako. So that is not something we're necessarily going to be able to utilize at the moment. You know, we're actually probably going to be camping right here, right? Boss fight's next. You know what? Let's go ahead and do our camp.
Huddled together, furtive and vulnerable. Rats in a maze.
Do that, I guess, for the stress relief more than anything. And then dodge and crit for everyone. Dodge and speed for someone. Dodge and speed might not be bad on Dismas, but you know what? We'll give him clean guns, and then sharpened spear makes a ton of sense against the swine boss. We only have one time unit left, and nobody with a single time unit thing. Also need to get on those camping skills. I'm terrible about ever upgrading those. My first run, that went on way too long before I finally remembered to do so.
The promise of safety.
We've got 3 keys. We'll go ahead and use it here. We could certainly still use the
Wealth
heirlooms.
beyond measure. Awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
And then we'll get to moving. I think, I mean, if this fight goes really smoothly, we might continue on in the dungeon itself. It sort of depends. We'll go up to that level light. We got 6 torches left, so I mean, we could do something. Hi, friend. Oh, you're a big friend. Okay, and the mark right away. So, 152. Let me reacquaint myself with the Swine Prince. 152 health here. No blight, no bleed resist. So those would have been very powerful. We do have the Hellion's bleed skills. That's going to be about it, though. Also no, or like very terrible debuff resist. So the Swine Prince might actually be a candidate for coming in with an occultist and just debuffing his damage until the point that he is pretty worthless. Not going to be stunnable, unfortunately, so maybe the Raging Potato will not be able to really do his thing. And let's go ahead and get this party started. Oh, I did not remember my holy water anointment. You know what? Go with it now. Blight, bleed, disease, debuff. Okay. The debuff resist might happen, I suppose. Occasionally, maybe. So that basically does 6 plus 9 over the course of this fight. You get the full life of a bleed infliction. So this guy's already lost like 1/3 of his HP right off the bat. We could bolster. I kind of think the retribution
Powerful blow.
makes a lot of sense here. We'll split his attention between the two of them, but he doesn't care. Okay. Oh, I like that little twinkle in your eye, buddy. End of this one. Okay. Well, you know what? I think we're going to be rotating duelist advances and point-blank shots here. No crit that time. Oh, but a critical heal. Interesting. Oh, that was big. Yeah, Arak Lore. Exactly. Alright, down to 65 already. You know what? Let's just hit him hard. And he is going to go wild.
A decisive
Wailing. Man, that was awesome. Thank you, Dismas. Okay. That, I got a little bit scared there when the double riposte nailed Wilbur, but it does not get set off by that, apparently. Alright, down to 15. He's going to take 6. And that is it for the Swine Prince. I mean, I guess we hit him again.
How many rats will it take to gnaw through a ton of putrid flesh?
Is that like the how many licks
surges as the enemy crumbles
to the center of a Tootsie Roll Pop question, but like way more disgusting? That's what it sounded like. Take out one of our stacks of food. Oh. That came through pretty good. Quinn, really the only one to take any damage at all. Scouting change, trap disarm. That's better than one food. We have so many unholy Slayer's rings. Although I like them, I've equipped them out, and I think we're good there. So that'll do it for that. We're going to continue the adventure, though, at least until our 6 torches run out. And let's start heading back this way. I do think it's entirely possible to still encounter a secret room down here.
Finding the stuff is only the first test. Now it must be carried home.
Alright. 2 food wasted, not a big deal. This is a medium dungeon, so I would assume it has a 50-50 shot of having a secret room in it. We have not seen one, but the night is young, I suppose. I actually think I like the Swine Wretch even less than I like the Madman.
Decimated.
Thankfully, I don't have to worry about him anymore. Oh, wow. Some serious dodges here. 9, 6, 12. I'll just start with that. Potato. This is the reason you're here. You are supposed to be tanky and marked all the time. Although, for those of you who don't know, I'm pretty sure I've discussed this. At some point in the past, I know I've made some fairly lengthy posts on the Darkest Dungeon subreddit about it, but basically, you know what, let's start using these because they're kind of just taking up space. Basically, self-marking skills. A lot of players see them.
The onslaught. Destroy them all.
As relatively useless because you try them early on and they really seem like they just do nothing. It's just a dice roll that the enemy's ever going to hit one of your marked characters. So kind of what's the point, right? Well, the way that that's handled is that the game AI has several different levels.
Annihilated.
And it moves through those levels as you go from... Oh, sweet.
Be wary. Triumphant pride precipitates a dizzying fall.
All the good things, right? Alright, I'm going to toss a... I don't really value disease resist that much, so I'm going to toss that for the emerald. Just on the off chance we get another emerald and it becomes worth more than the 750 that would sell for. Then I kind of liked it for the trap disarm, and it was thematically appropriate for a Houndmaster. We didn't have one already, but you know, I can't say no to the Overture box. This is one of the new trinkets that came out on release. I have not actually seen all of these, but very cool. HP, dodge, reduce accuracy. Okay. I can get behind that. I might, maybe my brain is always geared towards what would work on a grave robber, but I might see that on a grave robber. She has an accuracy buffing ability that she can use pretty regularly. Not really excited about the sacrificial stone, so I think I'm just going to move on. Too much chance of stress, really. Speaking of stress. Whew. So anyway, as you move through level 1, level 3, level 5, dungeons, the enemy AI changes, and at the higher you go in that, the different they respond to a marked target. The reason being, wow, that was demonstrative. The reason being, enemy battles like this one, the Weber is going to mark me. Let's actually kill one Weber in the first turn. The Weber is, well, probably killed that one.
Another abomination, right? Cleansed from our lands.
Okay. The Weber is going to mark me, and these enemies respond very, very much to the mark. Okay, well, he didn't actually mark us. That's too bad. The spider enemies respond to a marked target in an extreme way. So what you'll end up with is a Weber will hit you, marking one of your characters, and then all of the spitters will all target that one character. The idea there being that that is
another one falls,
more likely to result in a character's death, right? Like that makes it harder.
This expedition at least promises success.
To fight those guys, and as you get into the later level dungeons, more and more. Is a single portrait worth more than 500 gold? Probably not, but the ability to start a new stack of portraits might be. Really, really having some inventory trouble, aren't I? You know what? Let's toss that anti-venom. Next up, I think, comes the low-value gems, like onyx and emerald. We've also got a ruby. Just really need some stacks of this stuff, man. Like, I've got good things. I just keep getting wider instead of deeper into my stacks. So, in the later game, when you self-mark yourself, when you mark yourself, you're going to see the enemy really respond to that. And since you don't get it early on,
be gone, fiend.
It can sometimes enforce an idea that marking skills don't do much. That isn't entirely true. This fight, of course, basically went like clockwork.
Back to the pit.
Oh, yes, back to the pits with you. Is that a thing I want to do? I mean, I don't even have an arbalist. Yeah, that's the thing we'll do. Okay. And then we keep moving. Pack contains loot.
A fortune, waiting to be spent.
Okay. I might also consider getting rid of our torches.
As the light gains purchase, spirits are lifted, and purpose is made clear.
At least at a slightly faster rate. Oh man, really? This moss is the one
Carelessness will find no clemency in this place.
The one to walk right into that, huh? We've also got 2 full stacks of food. I could probably afford to start getting rid of it. And another torch here. Cool.
If only treasure could staunch the flow of otherworldly corruption.
Yep. There's no treasure that does that, unfortunately. Although, you know, maybe it's one of those if money could buy happiness things, and you're like, I mean, it doesn't buy happiness, but it's pretty hard to be miserable on a tropical island. So, maybe just a little bit. Okay. Like, money might not staunch the flow, but it does allow you to buy an army of, you know, weird hero archetypes that are able to fight that flow of darkness, maybe? Who knows? So you gotta scout over here. I'm thinking the chance of the secret room is less and less likely as time goes on here. You're gonna die. You're gonna die. They'll leave one of you alive that. You. Double eat you. Stop munching on my Vestal, please. Okay, that did not in fact kill him. Neither did that. Alright, but both of our frontline characters are stacked with retribution. That's certainly something. Take a kill there, get a little bit of HP. Good, and some stress reduction.
Destroyed.
Okay, glad to have gotten.
Foolish horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
Glad to have gotten the stacks of heirlooms there. That actually ended up working out. My skin burns. I understand. Alright. Moonshine barrel without medicinal herbs can be loot, can be negative quirk, can be blight. Can be empty. Forgot to mention that one. But, yeah, can also be empty.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
Alright. Managed to get a couple of empty slots open. Which is good. Does mean our...
Packs laden with loot are often low on supplies.
Does mean our torchlight is a little waning right now. Speaking of torchlight, I was thinking the other day about kind of some interesting. Ugh. Meredith, I might have bad news for you here soon. There is a real good chance that you do not make it out of this dungeon sane. Yeah, sorry about that. Anyway, thinking about some ways to like spice up runs, and particularly because I was thinking about doing a live stream for Darkest Dungeon maybe next weekend. I'm actually settling into a new job over the last couple of weeks, and so that kind of made it a little less likely to happen, but I would like to get into the streaming game, whether on Twitch or on YouTube Gaming. I'm not really sure which yet. Okay, you're holding on. I appreciate it. But let's see if 8 to 9. I mean, that's close. Ugh. So I was thinking about playing Darkest Dungeon on stream, and to do so, I'm thinking I would start a new. Oh man, left him with 1 HP. 1 HP. That's not good. That's not good at all. Really? You couldn't have killed him? Okay, I'll tell you what. Let's do that. I was thinking of starting a new save game in order to do that, and some things to maybe, this is gonna be bad, to maybe spice up that save. Oh, Meredith. Meredith, you're holding on. I appreciate it more than words can say. Okay. And we'll just let you take the kill. You were our MVP in that fight, to be sure.
These nightmarish creatures can be felled. They can be beaten.
Certainly like those Jester dice more than an anti-venom. Makeshift dining table without herbs. It is 25% chance for loot, 25% chance for blight, 25% chance for nothing, 25% chance for disease. Let's probably say that's not worth the hassle. Okay, so ways to spice up another save game or a different playthrough. And what I was thinking about, I don't really want to do a like pitch black run. Is not the mod, but the no light or anything. But I think I would get behind a torchless run. The idea of like not ever buying torches at the provisioning screen and just seeing how our light levels go as we make our way through. I mean, this can be quirks. It was not quirks. You know, we would have our campfires to get us back up to 100. We would pick up torches on sconces, but otherwise not buy any. And maybe see how long that run would take to leave us dead and dying. A wise man, of course, might have retreated with Meredith on the brink of insanity, but, you know, I've never claimed to be a wise man. Can pick up a kill there. I think that's worth even the debuff. Not the worst thing in the world. Oh, really? You're gonna leave him at 1? Okay. Good dodge, though. What am I thinking here? Stun you?
Impressive.
Good. Probably break through again, even with the damage reduction right now. As it picks up a kill. Nice. Very nice, in fact. Drums of Doom and good and bad. Oh, Meredith, why?
The mind cannot hope to withstand such an assault.
Oh. Well, I hope that the light certainly brings courage to you pathetic cast-offs. Still stunned? Okay, well, you know what? Well, I'll do it again. Impressive, but the sacred fire grants superior power. Oh, you hurt his feelings. Not nice. That's not nice at all.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
Ooh. Manslayer's Ring, a survival guide. I have neither of those trinkets. I can hold neither of those trinkets. Well, we are done here. So you know what? You know what? Yeah, I understand. I don't have enough space. Let's consume food. I don't know why I wouldn't just throw the food away, but we'll consume the food. Come back in here, not get another scout. We have been to all the rooms. I have not hit all of the curios up, but I did not see a secret room, which is primarily why I wanted to keep going. The benefit outweighs the risk there, but alas, it didn't happen, and we are punished by a little bit of madness, unfortunately. All right, let's go ahead and get back to the hamlet. And maybe not like the most profitable of runs. 9,000. We didn't spend 9,000 to provision this out. We did take care of a boss. We got Crusader's orders, which are just sort of okay. Virtue chance, stress damage, death blow resist are fine. They're not super amaze sauce, but they're fine. This was mostly the last remnant of the old heirloom system and an opportunity to pick up both 4 crests and 3 portraits, as this boss had generated a while ago and had not been refreshed yet. Clutch Hitter's not bad. Got a couple of diseases that I'm not super excited about, and we'll probably want to take care of Flawed Release sooner rather than later. Not to mention her newfound abusive nature sooner rather than later.
Once, our estate was the envy of this land.
Okay. We took care of some quirk treatments, but I want to get right over to the stagecoach. Awesome. So I mean, I got 2 open slots. I got 2 antiquarians. Let's check this out really quick, shall we? All right. So nervous stab. Straightforward attack. She has, by the way, so that this puts this in a little bit of context, she has the absolute worst damage output of any character class. So there are several tiers of damage, basically, and she is now in like a tier of her own that is worse than even the lowest damage class that existed before. So like 4 to 9, 5 to 10, and then 3 to 5. As you can see, that's pretty bad. Like these guys are in the same sort of damage class. They progress the same way up the tree. She is just way down there. So when you see something like Nervous Stab, it does 100% of melee damage with an accuracy base of 90. Her melee damage is very, very low. Festering Vapors, ranged attack, decent accuracy. Inflicts a damage modifier of -75. If that was on self, I would see a self. Yeah, okay. I just wanted to make sure. So a huge damage reduction and a little tiny blight. 1 point of damage for 3 rounds, and also reduces their blight resistance so that it's easier to do again. Okay. Next we've got Get Down, which is a self-only ability. Basically lets her duck, increases her dodge and speed. Flash Powder, ranged ability, damage. Oh, right. Oh, I'm totally damage modifier. That just means it does 25% of the 3 to 5. That's real silly of me. Okay. Otherwise it would show up as like target, I think. I don't have any of these guys that have. Oh, like she does. There we go. So for instance, this does, or it just shows it at the bottom. I've forgotten how to read skills on characters that I don't otherwise recognize, apparently. Okay, so Flash Powder does no damage, reduces accuracy by 5. Wow, that's okay, I guess. Fortifying Vapors heal her for 1, or heal anybody for 1, it looks like. Invigorating Vapors add 3 dodge. And Protect Me forces guard by ally. I guess maybe she chooses who does it. That's kind of an interesting reversal of the guard mechanic. Adds dodge and protection, hopefully to the person guarding her and not herself, as that would make very little sense. So basically, put her in the back, be real scared, and try not to die. It's also got Curious Incantations, stress damage for self only. A companion gets basically a holy water buff. Trinket Scrounge, produce a random trinket. Resupply, produce a random supply item. And then your standard fare. Okay. Interesting. Rucksack and Baubles. Makeshift sensor. Alright. Slugger doesn't really matter. Tactician doesn't really matter. Won't drink. Explorer, the scouting chance is good. Sun resistance is fine. Stress damage, claustrophobia, that's kind of hilarious for an antiquarian. But
she searches where others will not go, and sees what others will not see.
We are going to go ahead and recruit both of these ladies into our party. There is, so I haven't like spoiled myself on this exactly, but there is a unique mechanic relating to the wealth that you gain on a dungeon run. I believe she affects your stack depth, meaning that you can stack things even more so when you have an antiquarian with you, which is a kind of interesting idea. So like your gold stacks are bigger, your gem stacks are bigger. That last dungeon, we had to toss quite a bit of stuff, so if we had an antiquarian with us, we would have come back with even more. That idea. All right. We have got 2 new party members. So obviously, if you would be interested in becoming one of them, let me know. Leave a comment. And the first come, first serve for 2 people at least. And we'll grab some new antiquarians to our party. That'll also give us 4 level 0s. So we'll probably be looking to bring out some new blood in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. If you did, feel free to subscribe. More videos on the channel every day. Leave a like or a comment if you have anything to say about this or any of my other videos. And I will catch you guys next time.